here? That's good to hear because we're not even halfway done yet.
No, we're not. A fifth of the game has been played. Always given, of course, that we have to go through all the 15 matches today. And we might have the tour players that advance to Codes a little bit faster than that.
Or slower, depending on if we have some sort of three-way tie. And here are the current results. Heart, Finale, and MC leading the group, and Sparta, Happy, and Terminator not able to take their first win.
Yeah, and now we have Happy versus Terminator in the first game, which means that one of these guys will end up with a win.
Yes.
You know, the time when I really enjoy these group stages is when we have the third set of matches. That's when you can already see, okay, is one of them really getting out of that group or getting into this position where it's nearly a given that he will advance, where just some weird tiebreaker could bring him in a position where he might lose and drop down to Codet. So these matches are just all preparations. Right now you can still lose a game or two, that's fine as long as later on you will be able to take every single one of them. We've seen it happen. Yesterday, Flash starting with a 2-0 and then he ends up in a situation where he can't advance because he lost against the two players that he tied with, or against the most important one of them, being Ryung. Today though we have another Terran player, this time he's starting for GIM, he's called Happy and he is up against the Terminator on a Whirlwind with a Protoss versus Terran.
It's going to be a pretty long game, I feel. It's a large map. Neither of these players, obviously Terminator has a little bit of a tendency to be aggressive, but he's not as, he's not going to be able to do it so much on this map, I feel.
I really want him to practice a ceremony, and for him it's so easy. With this nickname, all he has to do is bring sunglasses to the studio. Yeah. Like proper sunglasses, and then going for some kind of shotgun shot. That is exactly what he needs to do.
I think he needs to do something about that chin. He needs a more Schwarzenegger chin, I feel.
Nah, that's fine. You can always pull it off with a Schwarzenegger accent. That funny as it is, I cannot pull off, even though I'm German. Well, we're heading into the game right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the GSL Up&Downs Group E, brought to you by Carl Wolf. Starting to the top left in red, we have the Terran player for LGIM. He lost his game earlier against the Protoss player. He lost against Finale. He was not too happy about that, but nonetheless, his ID is
LGIM happy.
Nonetheless. Look at those eyebrows. I see it every time.
I really want him to change his nickname into Mildly Amused.
Yeah.
Top right. He's not called Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he shares the same nickname. His ID is
Ace Team Terminator.
When you put it that way, Street Fighter voice, it sounds like he's about to take out his own team. Yeah, even though you're German, you can't do that accent. But you know, I can't do a Tom Hanks accent, but I wish I could. Tom Hanks is a cool voice, man. I'm American, but
it just always makes me cringe when I hear Schwarzenegger talk in English.
Yeah, you're really German though. He's Austrian, right? So he's, I mean, it's similar, but it's like a little bit different.
It's different. There's definitely an Austrian accent that he has, which influences him quite a bit, but still. Everyone just assumes he's... I mean, they speak German as one of the languages that's spoken there, so everyone assumes that you can pull out the accent, but it's actually not true. I remember when In Control, by the way, shout out to him, he's apparently watching, when he at DreamHack in Zhongzhiping, I hope that I pronounced that correctly this time. We had a lot of problems, I still remember that. But yeah, when he tried to make me say something like apparently is really famous in America, like this one Schwarzenegger quote where he's going for like to the chopper or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really know what it was because I watched those movies in German, therefore I had no idea what he was going on about, and he couldn't understand it at all. But yeah, that was I still remember that. Oh, well, good times.
You know, it's always kind of funny how pop culture can be lost through language sometimes. We have a command center first from Happy, by the way.
Yeah, command center first into double barracks.
He is going to face some chrono-boosted pressure from Terminator, but he should be fine as long as he can micro well, because Terminator did not scout him right away. Well, actually, now he's seen, though.
Yeah, but Terminator was really unlucky. He scouted bottom right first, then bottom left, and then now finally at the 4th position, he sees what's going on. What's actually quite interesting is that he will be able to, not to sneak in. Oh, wow. And Terminator reacts. Look at that. He's going for a 4-gate right away.
And that's why he saved his Chrono Boost earlier. I thought he was going to be using it just for putting pressure on with his gateway units, but he also faked the Nexus. He put a probe there, made it look like that was what he was doing. If Happy had scouted at that moment, he would have seen that. And Terminator actually is probably a little bit stressed out right now because he sees no command center on the low ground, which is probably what he expected to see. Once he runs up this ramp, though, he'll be like, oh, yeah, okay.
Doesn't lose the Zealot. The Zealot gets away, so he knows about the expansion and everything that's going on.
If Happy doesn't make a bunker here, he's just going to die. I mean, quite literally.
If Happy is dying to this attack, then he will probably just use his keyboard and start slamming the table, I feel. He would have lost against 2 gateway attacks in the early stages of the match, so after the game against Finale, I feel that right now if he loses to Terminator's 4 gates, he's going to be really stressed out.
If Terminator waits, okay, he starts a bunker. If he actually waits for his warp in before going up the ramp, he's just... I mean, of course, he wasn't even there yet, so now he's just going to walk up the ramp with these units. I think this is just going to kill him. He checks now with the Stalker and the Zealot. Second bunker's going up. Actually, that's just a depot.
He waits for the next round of warp-ins. He wants to have 2 warp-ins available. And, well, here we go. The next pylon is about to finish, and now he can start to warp in the next set of units. The cooldown should be ready in a second, and then he will start to attack. The bunker is ready, though. He has the bunker. No sentry is going for pure Zealot and Stalker. Damage output and Happy. He knows it. He has those SCVs in position. He's going to mass repair. Let's see if Terminator is able to break through.
He wants to try to push his Stalkers past the bunker. If he can do that, then it won't matter that the bunker's there, and he does just that. Even the Zealots get through here with their extra armor. He is tearing through those SCVs. Nice micro pulling back here.
Oh god,
He's to target the weaker Stalker.
Happy is dropping in supply like crazy. The Stalkers are trapped though, and all of them are going to die here, but the second wave is walking in and still doing damage. The Harvester count is 17 to 20, but the double mule, of course, really important. If Happy is able to hold, he will still be in a very advantageous situation. But currently, it looks like Terminator might just be able to do too much damage to him.
The thing is now Terminator's warp in at the ramp is going to be shot by the bunker, as you can see here, so he's got to be very careful about how he decides to move his units, and he's not microing that Zealot. It's going to die to the bunker.
Look at the bank for Happy. He can't produce fast enough. He's trying to, but he doesn't have the production.
He's going to hold here, though.
Yes, he is. And now suddenly, let's have a look at the worker count. We have 14 to 20, which is, of course, a disadvantage for Happy. He is 6 workers behind, but he has double mule already, and he has this huge bank. So now there's the GG. Terminator knows exactly that this is over, that there can't be a follow-up for him, that he did not do enough damage.
I feel that when you scout with what he saw, he could have gone in with the first wave of Stalkers with a more aggressive pylon that warped onto the high ground with that next round of units, but he wanted to play this a different way, and I think he didn't realize, because he never did anything about it, I think he didn't realize that the SCV saw his gates, because when the SCV saw his gates, he started the SCV pull, and he started the bunker on top of the high ground, and if those SCVs were not in position, he would have been able to target the bunker down and would have just won the game, but the SCVs were there, and that was a big problem. If he had gone in before, he might have been able to take it. The way he chose to attack makes sense if your opponent doesn't know what you're doing, but Happy had his SCVs ready.
Yeah, and now Terminator is at 2 losses already. Happy is on 1-1. The Terminator with a single win. And in his StarCraft 2 career, he did not win a single televised match against Terran.
Yeah.
Not one. He lost every single one. He lost against Paul with the 2-0 in Code A. Today he lost against Hart, and he lost against Happy. So against Terran, he's really, really struggling.
He really is. And I mean, that may be why he decided to go for the 4-gate after all. He was like, well, I don't want to play on a large map against a good Terran player who's good in the macro game. I want to take him out early.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a weak Terminator. Not that scary.
He needs a software upgrade.
Yeah, he needs a software upgrade. Where is the... yeah. Needs a second version. But, well, now we have MC against Hart. That's going to be a good one. The map is Entombed Valley, so another Protoss versus Terran.
This is going to be awesome. On Entombed Valley, too. Oh, man. This map is all about positioning engagements. You can proxy on this map because it's so small. You can proxy the middle of the map and still go to any spawning location that you want to.
And let's not forget, both of them won their first match. So if whoever wins here will have a 2-0 lead in the group. In a 6-player group, of course, that does not guarantee you that you go to Code S. Even if you have the 3-0, yeah, you still are not sure if you go to Code S or not,
but
because there could be a tiebreaker. Exactly, it's in your hands. You don't depend on other players. And that's the situation that occurred so many times. I mean, we've seen it when Parting stormed the booth as Keen won his game. That was quite funny. It was really cool. So this week has been pretty interesting, pretty cool, and I really love the spirit between the players. We're currently waiting for Hart.
And MC's calling me stupid in chat. I don't know why he thinks it's funny.
MC just doesn't like you. Every single time he's in the lobby, he calls you stupid. That happened for the 3rd time now.
He said to change my ID to Pabo_Wolf, which of course means stupid in Korean. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I just like alt-tab. I'm like, hold on, I go change my Twitter ID.
What did you do to MC?
Well, I used to make fun of his timing attacks a lot, like 2 years ago, but he didn't know me back then. He's
holding a grudge, I think.
I guess so, man. But, you know, MC never really did anything extremely exciting with his hair. Have you noticed that? He pretty much stuck with the same style for years and years.
Same thing as I said yesterday. No, I didn't notice. Are you surprised about that answer?
I'm going to ask him why he didn't change his style. He says, Wolf, I like you now. I'm like, that's...
I think now he's lying.
I think so.
Hart is joining the lobby, guys, so the game will start in just a few seconds, and Toon Valley is the map as mentioned before. MC won against the Terran player. He had to play Sparta earlier, took him out, and on the other hand, we had, of course, Hart against the Terminator. So both of them played the matchup that they're playing right now and won their game, which makes this series quite interesting. These guys have been in Code S before, and therefore, of course, are two of the players that a lot of people expect to come out of this group.
His answer, by the way, is, in English, already handsome, don't need.
Well, that's a lot of confidence, but that's what he's known for. He's the boss toss after all.
And he's playing Hart, though.
And Hart is hardcore.
He certainly is, man. Last game, a little bit of a change of heart from his normal playstyle.
Yeah.
He went for a later attack than you normally see from him, but he did not go for the late game.
We're gonna find out what he's going to do this time. He's up against MC, one of the players who nearly everyone expects to get out of this group. And well, guys, we are ready to go, and Toon Valley has loaded. Here we go at the GSL Up and Down. It's the last group of the week. It is Group E, 2 more slots for Code S. Who's gonna win the match between Hart and MC?